Hello friends, welcome to Coding Jackpot. In this video, we are going to see how we can develop a confirm box in Blazor Server and .NET 6. So at the end of this video, we'll see we can have this grid view structure, and in this we'll have a delete button. So when we click on delete button, it will ask for a confirmation. Are you sure you want to delete employee 1? And if we delete, then it will get deleted. Similarly, if we want to delete employee 8, then we can click on delete 1. And are you sure you want to delete employee 8? So like this, it will ask us for a confirmation. And in case of delete, we can simply click on delete, then that employee will get deleted. Similarly, we have another delete to button, and that is based on JavaScript. So if we click on delete to, then we'll get a JavaScript alert. Are you sure you want to delete employee 7? Okay, so we are going to see both JavaScript as well as a custom delete confirmation box. So here, if you click delete, then that will also get deleted. So let's begin with the code. So we have opened Visual Studio 2022, and we are going to create a new project, Blazor Server app. Next, we are going to name it as Demo 32. Click on Next, and we can select .NET 6 long-term support. Click on Create. So this will create the default Blazor Server app for us. So in this default server app, we are going to open this index.razor page, and here you see we have a shared component survey prompt. So in this shared, if you see this shared folder, it shows it has a parameter called title, and that parameter title is being provided from here. Title equal to how is Blazor working for you. Okay, so on similar lines, we are going to create a new confirm box, and you're going to remove this survey, and we'll simply copy this survey prompt and paste it here, and we'll name it as confirm box, and we'll remove this entire thing. Fine, so we have a confirm box, and here we are going to inherit this using demo 32 dot shared, and inside this code folder we are going to confirm box. We have created an instance of confirm box. Okay, and here if you see, we are going to confirm box. So we have a title over here. Okay, so we are getting that option of title here. So we'll remove as it off. So what we have done is we have created a component with an empty parameter, and we'll remove this we'll have this title. Okay, apart from this title, we'll introduce few more parameters like title, then we have message, and here we'll introduce a flag, not a parameter, only a simple flag, show box, and it will be boolean. Fine, so we have this confirm box over here, and we have inherited the shared folder, and we have created an instance of confirm box, and on this confirm box we have introduced few parameters. That's it. So here we'll simply create the code. We'll write the HTML part so that we can show create that structure, confirmation box structure. So here we'll write a if code. We'll write a condition if show box is true, then we'll be showing that HTML code. So we'll remove this question mark from here. So we have a show box, and that show box, if it is true, then whatever HTML design is there inside this condition, that will be shown on the screen. So here we are going to create few divs, and we are going to make use of Bootstrap so that we can make use of Bootstrap model pop-up. So here we have created a very simple HTML structure. We have this we have three divs. We have a div which is a model, and these are fade, show, deblock. And the ID of the model is example model. The tab index is -1, and the role is dialog. So this is a standard Bootstrap model, and the class which we are using, it's a Bootstrap class, and it's model dialog. The role is document. Inside this we have three sections, like inside the content part, model content, we have model header, model body, and model footer. So inside the header we have taken a simple HTML h5 tag, and we have given this as model title, and here whatever parameter we have declared is title. Okay, so that we have used here in the title section, and then in the body we have the message, whatever incoming message, and then we have the footer. So inside this footer we are going to have two buttons. So those buttons will serve as an option, like do you want to delete or you want to cancel the delete delete operation. So that kind of two buttons will come. And this title we can give the default one also, like uh, delete confirmation. And this message we can give the default message, are you sure you want to delete. So these two default we have given. Now let's add few buttons in this, and also in the just below this title we will have to add one uh, cross button so that we can close that entire pop-up if you don't want to use the cancel button. So let's add the buttons. So here we are going to add just below the title one close button. So we have a button type equal to button, class will be the close, and we have added a span with area hidden equal to true, and we have added this and times. Okay, so we have this we have to add this data dismiss model, data dismiss equal to model. This property will close the pop-up. So on similar lines we have to add two more buttons in the footer. Those will serve as the option to cancel or to approve the delete operation. So here we have created button equal to type, class is btn secondary, and here we have added this data dismiss equal to model for cancel button, and for delete it will be like simply delete. There's no data dismiss because we have to just send the confirmation to our main component or main page from where we have opened this pop-up. Okay, so now we have to add one more property here, and that will be an event callback to our parent page. So this parameter, it's a event callback, and it will send a flag like whether user has approved the delete operation or not, and we have named it as user choice. What is the user choice that we have named it? Now we'll have to create two more methods to receive the message, like which operation we want, which object we want to delete, and the user choice, like the event callback. We have to trigger the event callback. So that trigger operation will happen on these buttons, like whether it's a cancel or it's a delete. If it's a cancel, then it will be a no, and if it's a delete operation, yes, then we have to send true. So let's create those two functions. So here we have added two methods, simple methods, public void show. It will receive the message from the parent component, and that message we will assign it to this message. If no message is received, then we are just setting the default message, and we are setting this show box equal to true so that the pop-up is displayed. And in case of on choice change, so this on choice change will get triggered either from this delete button or from the cancel or close button. So we have to just add a on click button click event here. So let's do that. So here for cancel, it's a simple on click on choice change equal to false. Okay, so we are passing the our choice, the user choice is false, and for close also it will be false, and for delete it we have to make it as true. So these are the choices what user is passing. So on choice change we are calling this method, and we are just invoking this user choice. If you see this user choice, it's a event callback to the parent. So whichever component is calling this confirm box dot razor page, so that will receive this on choice change, because we are sending the value back to that parent page, and we are setting the show box equal to false here. So this completes our confirm box dot razor page. So here we don't have to do any change now. So we'll now go back to our parent component, which is the confirm box. So on this page, we have to create a method to receive that choice, whatever choice we are getting from the confirm box. So let's do that. So here on this confirm box, we'll have to add few properties. So the first property that we are adding is this ref button. So this ref, we are adding this ref property, and this goes to this confirm box, and we are going to make it as a property get set, and just will leave it as protected. Fine. So this confirm box we are adding as a reference to this tag confirm box, and we have this option of user choice. Okay, so this user choice, if we see, it's a event callback, and it will serve as a it will return back the boolean value whether it's a true or false. If it's true, then we have to go ahead with the delete operation. So similarly, we'll have on choice, as a receiver we have to create this method confirm delete click. Okay, so let's create that. So here it's a simple async method, protected async task confirm delete click, and it will receive the whatever user choice user has opted for on that confirm box eraser page. So that will be received as a delete confirm, and then if it is true, then we have to go ahead with the delete operation. If it's false, then we don't have to do anything there. Now we'll simply, to check our code, we'll simply create a button. Inside this div, we'll create a button to call this confirm box, to display the confirm box. So here we have taken a button, and the value is button test. So on click of the button, we are calling. So this event, this button delete test event on delete click, this delete click event is only for this index page. It has nothing to do with the Blazor component. So it's just a trigger. So on click of this, we have to display that confirmation box and give the user a choice whether he wants to go ahead with the delete operation or not. So here we have to create an event for this delete click. So let's create it here. So it's a simple method protected by delete click. So here if you see, we have declared this confirm box, this variable we have declared. Okay, so this confirm box is in nothing but, if we hover on it, we see like demo32.shared. So it refers to this confirm box component. Okay, so here in that component we have a show method. So if we go on this confirm box.razor, we have this show method. Okay, it receives the parameter, and it's a public method. So that method we have called it here, and we have called this delete button is clicked. Fine. So on click of this button, that pop-up should display. So let's run it and see. So here we have this delete test button. So let's click on it, and we get this delete button is clicked. And let's put a breakpoint to see whether this event callback is getting triggered or not on this index razor page. So if I click on delete and go here, I'm receiving the confirmation as true. Okay. So in this way, the event is getting triggered back to the from that razor page, confirm box to the index.razor page. Fine. So far we are good. Now simply let's create a grid view structure to display for each record. So it's a simple grid view, nothing complex in it. So here in our database, we have created this employee info table. It has name, mobile, and address, and we have inserted few records in this. Okay, so let's truncate it and execute it again. Okay, so we have this, and if I run the select query, then it shows all the records. So we are going to simply display this record using entity framework and database first approach. So let's do that quickly. So here, we have to install these three NuGet packages, and then we have to run this scaffold db context command and update the connection string our app setting and add this thing in the builder program file so that we can access the data from the table. So it's a simple database first approach in using entity framework. So that we have already covered in many of our videos. If you haven't gone through that, you can check our this video description and you will find the link. So let's do that. So here in this dependencies, we see like we have installed all the three NuGet packages. Now simply let's create this DB models folder and execute this scaffold command. So it got executed successfully. Let's comment out the connection string and let's put the connection string in app setting. So this like we have already covered in many of our tutorials. So I'm just quickly doing it. And let's add the DB context in our program CS file just below the builders. And let's include the namespace for it. Okay, so we are done with it. So we are already uh, so let's go back on the syntax page and let's import few namespaces which can be used to pull the data from the database and display as a grid. So here we have included the DB models folder and we have created an instance of DB context, and also we have included this JS runtime. This JS runtime we have used because at the beginning of the video we discussed like we are going to also use the JavaScript confirm box. So for that we have included this namespace. Fine. Now let's create a method to pull the data from the database. So before that we'll have to create few variables to store the data. So it will be a list of employee and list and a single employee. So let's create that. So here we have simply added this few variables employee list and employee and a message, and we have added this on initialized. So on loading of this component we have to call the get employees, and we are creating a new list, and using the DB context we are getting the employees list and assigning it to this one. Fine. Now simply let's create a grid view structure to display the employee list. So okay, so let me explain it. So here we have this simple message, and here we have a table with few bootstrap classes. Then we have the table header, name, mobile address. Then we have a for each loop with the index and employee. We are looping through the employee list, and then we are binding it this name, mobile, and address. And at the end we have two buttons. We have button delete 1, delete 2, and we have to create these two methods, delete employee 1 and delete employee 2. So this delete employee 1 will call the confirm box, and delete employee 2 we are going to use JavaScript. So these two, delete employee 1 and 2, we have to create, and here we this delete employee 1 and employee 2 will receive the employee. Okay, so it will be a single employee for which we have to show the confirm box. Just now whatever we did for this delete using the delete test button, that was a general, you can say that was a general alert, but here in this grid we are going to uh, show the alert for a specific record. Okay, so we are going to be more specific this time. So we have to add these two buttons now. Two methods, delete one and delete two. Okay, so here we have delete employee one, and this is receiving employee info, and this is also delete employee two, receiving the same type of parameter. And whatever we are receiving, that we are assigning it to this employee. Why we are assigning it? Because that employee for that employee we have to show and assign. We have to perform the delete operation. Okay, so that we are using it here. Okay, so let's and we have declared this employee here so that we can do it. Now inside this confirmation, for example, if we are using this javascript confirm, okay, so if we are doing that, then in that case we simply have to uh, if the confirmation is true, this for javascript it's just like a single line of code. We haven't done any custom coding, and for this custom component we have did our custom on our own design. Okay, so that we have used here. Now for the delete employee 2 for JavaScript based, we have simply calling this employee, remove that employee, save changes and displaying the message and again getting the employees. Now for delete employee 1, we are simply showing this show. Okay, so confirm box dot show. So this is same confirm box dot show. Now in that case, this confirm delete click, because this confirm delete click is binded to the user choice. Okay, so that user choice will get triggered. So inside this, we have to add a similar code. So this code simply will be same for both. Okay, so on clear delete employee 1 we are showing this message and then we are displaying this here. But here if you see, we are removing the employee. Why we are removing it from here? Because we have assigned it here. Okay, so this way we can simply show it. Now let's run and see how it looks. Okay, so we have it here. Now we have all the records. Now let's delete one employee. Let's delete this employee 8. So we have this, are you sure you want to delete employee 8? And if we click on cancel, nothing happens. I'm deleting again. Let's delete it. So the record deleted successfully and we don't have that employee 7. Now let's using the JavaScript, let's delete this employee 1. Are you sure you want to delete employee 1? And if we click on OK, then that employee is also gone. So we have seen both like the JavaScript confirm box as well as the custom confirm box. So we can, and also how the confirm box can be triggered from outside the grid view, that also we have seen. Okay, so that was it for today, and we have seen how we can develop a confirm box in .NET 6 Blazor server. And if you like this video, you can share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.